"Move, princess, this ain't ballet." The shout cracked through the desert heat as Cadet Lena Gray hit the ground hard, a cloud of dust erupting around her. Laughter followed instantly, sharp, mocking, juvenile. A boot nudged her shoulder as she pushed herself up from the dirt. They were still smirking, circling her like vultures sensing weakness. She didn't say a word. She just stared forward, jaw locked, eyes steady. Day one of elite tactical cadet training, and the wolves had already chosen their prey. She was older than them, quieter, different, and that made her a threat they didn't understand. So they turned it into a joke. On the obstacle course, they blocked her path, tripped her at the ropes. In hand-to-hand drills, they took cheap shots when the instructors looked away. Every misstep she made was greeted with grins. Every bruise she earned became a punchline. "Bet she joined for the selfies," one cadet snickered, and the others laughed like it was true. None of them noticed the way she never lost her cool, never lashed back, never begged for approval, because Lena wasn't there to prove anything. She was there to watch, to learn, to expose. What they didn't know, what none of them could even imagine, was that Lena Gray had spent 10 years in the Navy, 5 of those as part of classified SEAL operations. She'd seen more blood than most of them would in a lifetime, pulled brothers in arms from burning wrecks, and watched friends take their last breath on foreign soil. She didn't need this training, she'd lived it. But after losing her younger brother to exhaustion and neglect during a program just like this, Lena re-enlisted under a different name. Her mission was simple: go through it like a recruit and see just how broken the system really was. Still, she didn't expect this level of venom. Not from future soldiers, not from those who were supposed to be brothers. She took it all, every insult, every shove, every eye roll, not because she was weak, but because she needed to see who would crack and who would rise. And now, with sand in her mouth and bruises blooming under her uniform, she was done playing silent. The final week arrived. Combat simulation day, real weapons, simulated rounds, urban warfare in a reconstructed village, full gear, and no mercy. The cadets were split into squads, and Lena was placed on Team Bravo, the very same cadets who had mocked her since day one. Their disappointment was audible. "Just stay out of the way," one mumbled. "She'll get hit first anyway." But Lena didn't respond. She just checked her gear, double-knotted her boots, and waited. 30 minutes in, everything changed. Team Alpha launched a vicious ambush. Smoke bombs flew, paint rounds whizzed past heads, and half of Bravo went down in seconds. The rest panicked, screamed, ran. Except Lena. She moved like she'd been here before, because she had. She barked out orders with calm precision, dragging the remaining cadets into a building and taking control. They obeyed before they even realized it, something in her voice cutting deeper than rank. She taught them hand signals mid-combat, marked enemy movement like clockwork, led a counter-ambush that turned the tide of the entire exercise. In less than 10 minutes, Bravo had taken the flag and neutralized Team Alpha with near-perfect coordination. When the dust cleared, Lena stood at the front, gear splattered, eyes sharp, not a single wasted breath. The cadets stared at her like they were seeing her for the first time. One managed to whisper, "Who are you?" She pulled off her helmet, wiped the sweat from her brow, and looked them dead in the eyes. Then she said it, flat, quiet, undeniable. "Chief Petty Officer Lena Gray, Navy SEAL, retired." Their jaws dropped. The same hands that had pushed her down were now trembling in disbelief. Their laughter had died completely, replaced by stunned silence. And then the instructors stepped in. One by one, high-ranking officers approached Lena and saluted. The head commander turned to the squad and said what they didn't expect to hear. "We knew who she was. This entire training cycle was your test, not hers." The realization crashed over the cadets like a wave. Every time they had mocked her, tested her, laughed at her, they had revealed their own weaknesses, not hers. Wilson, the one who had shoved her in the sand on day one, stepped forward, shame written all over his face. He offered his hand, and with it a quiet apology. Lena took it without hesitation, not to forgive, but to teach. "Now you know what strength actually looks like," she said. And they did. From that moment on, no one doubted her again. Not because she told them to respect her, because she had earned it quietly, completely, without ever having to shout. Some people command a room with their voice. Others, like Lena Gray, command it with their silence. And by the end of that week, every cadet who once mocked her now stood taller, not out of pride, but because they'd been humbled by a woman who had faced real war and still chose to carry grace. Don't judge people based on how quiet they are or how different they look. You never know the battles they've already won. Before we end this story, let us know in the comment where are you watching from. If this story moved you, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe for more powerful stories like this one. You never know. The next one might just change your life.